What's up, gang? It's D here, your friendly neighborhood tattoo VO. Today, not feeling so friendly. I'm going to tell you why. Basically, we got to discuss this whole idea of people of color being included and casting being tailored to that because there's something very fucked up about that whole situation.
It's time to Ink Positive. Tips and insight from the Tattoo VO.
So, this new trend that's been going on that frankly pisses me off, pisses off a lot of other folks I know in the voice acting community and the acting community at large, is about how everyone's trying to play the diversity angle, right? So now we're talking about, oh, if you're a POC, please send us a demo reel so we can put you on our roster for POCs. Well, you see a problem with that? Because I certainly do, and thousands of others do. You're basically typecasting us, all right? And that is also catering to stereotypes, which in itself is a very bigoted way of doing business. And it needs to fucking stop. When you put out a casting call and saying this is only for black actors, what are you even saying? Do you realize what you're saying? What is exactly does it mean to be a black actor? You thought about that? Because for a lot of you folks out there doing casting, you have a stereotypical view of what a black actor sounds like. A lot of you like to use words like ghetto or street or hood, which is really fucking offensive, okay? Because I have a lot of black folks in my family. I have a lot of black friends all over this country and all over the world, all right? And let me tell you something, you couldn't put all of them in one little neat box because they're not all the same. They are very different in the way they speak, in the way they act, in who they are essentially as people. You would never do this in other realms of casting, right? A, as we've discussed, it's fucking offensive. B, it's really fucking lazy. And C, it makes you look like an ignorant asshole. And now, a lot of folks in the POC world, as you like to say, which by the way, again, such an offensive thing. If you ever called someone colored, you would get punched in the face. So saying people of color and acting like that's fucking PC is bullshit. So let's cut that shit out right now. All right. Also, I've seen it with my Latin friends. Okay. They've been typecast. They're put on these lists, and now they're not allowed to even audition for the regular roles, which is ludicrous because what is a regular role? Okay, are we just saying that every major regular role is a white person? Because, by the way, that's highly offensive to folks of Anglo Saxon origin as well. You can't just say, oh, white people sound like this, or, white Americans, or we're looking for a North American white person. We think they sound like this, which is something that you'll find oftentimes. You know, a character is not based on their skin color. Okay. It's not even based on where they're from. All right. There are plenty of people from Germany, from Brazil, from different parts of the world that if you go and uh, experience the diverse cultures of those countries, they don't all sound alike. They don't all act alike. They don't all look alike. So this pandering bullshit that's really hot in the VA world right now is frustrating and offensive and just plain wrong. If you are doing casting calls like this, you're being completely offensive. And bottom line, you're being fucking racist. You may be virtue signaling, thinking, like, oh, look at me, I'm so woke and I'm doing this wonderful thing to help people of color. You're not. You're hurting us. You're pissing us off. You're offending us and you're holding our careers back. And that is unacceptable. So, next time you go to cast something, you create a character, tell us about what the character is really about. Do you even know? Maybe that's part of the whole thing. Sometimes, like I said, it's just pure laziness. You haven't defined a character. Just because you rendered a video game character with a certain skin tone, now all of a sudden they're this, that, or the other. No, we got to stop as a country, as an industry, as a world of putting this bullshit divisiveness into something that's supposed to be for entertainment, something that affects people's livelihoods. If I offended anybody, good, because chances are if you're offended by this, you needed to be. It needed to be the fucking wake up call you needed. Sorry for being a little PO'd today, but sometimes you got to spit some truth to make some changes in this world and definitely in this fucked up voice acting industry. Peace.